when people ask stuff about you. She will either not respond or she'll say no comment. I just feel like the same respect that she gives you, why can't she have that same respect from you?
So let me tell me what you thought I should have said.
I would have no comment. I honestly would have no comment. I feel like I know you just asked me my opinion and what would I do?
That's not my personality at all. It's not, because here's the thing. When somebody asks me something,
but then if she responds to these same questions, she won't do that to you.
I don't care what
she wouldn't do that to you, but she wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you for telling me.
She wouldn't.
And
LisaRaye sat in front of the camera, visibly emotional, her eyes filled with a mixture of anger, hurt, and frustration. She took a deep breath before speaking, her voice shaky but firm. "I never thought I'd be here, telling you all about what happened," she began, looking straight into the camera. "But the truth has to come out. There's a side to this story that hasn't been told, and it's time to finally speak my truth." She paused, taking a moment to gather herself before continuing. "Judy tried to take Brat's baby, and that was the moment I realized everything I thought I knew was a lie. I thought we were family. But sometimes, family does things that break you. And when I saw her try to grab Brat's baby, I knew right then that I couldn't stay silent anymore." LisaRaye's voice grew stronger as she spoke. "You don't mess with someone's family, especially not when it's your own sister." And that's when I snapped. LisaRaye began to reflect on her relationship with Judy before the confrontation, recounting the moments they had shared as family. "We had our ups and downs, like any family," she said, her tone softening as she recalled their past. "I had always been there for Judy, and I thought she was there for me. I mean, we're family, right? I always had her back, even when times got tough. I believed in her, in our bond, and in the love we shared as sisters." She looked away for a moment, her eyes clouded with pain. But then things started to change. "Little by little, I started to see a different side to Judy. She wasn't the person I thought she was. And the betrayal, it hit me hard." LisaRaye shook her head, her voice lowering. "I never imagined it would come to this. That one day, I'd be forced to defend my family against her. But I had to. Because when you mess with Brat's baby, there's no going back." LisaRaye's face tightened as she recalled the exact moment that sparked the wild confrontation. "It all started when I found out that Judy had tried to grab Brat's baby," she said, her voice growing sharper with emotion. "I couldn't believe it. I thought, this isn't happening. Not like this. But when I heard the details, when I saw the proof, I knew I had to act." LisaRaye leaned forward, her eyes filled with disbelief as she recounted the moment. "Judy thought she could just take Brat's baby, that she could walk in and do whatever she wanted. But no, that's not how it works. You don't take a child from a mother, especially not from Brat. I knew I had to step in, and I wasn't going to let her get away with it." LisaRaye clenched her fists. "That's when everything changed. That's when I realized just how far Judy was willing to go." LisaRaye took a deep breath, her voice trembling with emotion as she described the confrontation. "When I finally saw Judy, when I confronted her about what she had done, it all came crashing down," she said, her voice rising with intensity. "It was like I was seeing a completely different person. She was defensive, cold, like she didn't even care what she had done. And I lost it. I had to let her know, in no uncertain terms, that she crossed a line. A line I couldn't let her get away with." LisaRaye's face hardened as she continued. "I called her out, right there. I told her, you messed with the wrong family. You can't just take Brat's child. You think you can do whatever you want, but I won't let you." Her voice grew even more passionate. "And Judy? She just stood there, not even apologizing. She tried to justify herself, to make excuses, but I wasn't having it. I knew that this wasn't just about the baby, it was about the years of lies, the disrespect, the manipulation. It was too much. And that's when I snapped." Brat's voice softened as she described how the confrontation with Judy had affected their relationship and how it had completely changed everything. "After the confrontation, everything shifted," she said, her tone heavy with sadness. The words hung in the air, a reflection of the heartbreak she had endured. The confrontation, which was meant to bring clarity, had only further revealed the depths of the betrayal she had suffered. "There's no going back from that. I thought we could work through things, that we could fix what was broken. But after that, I realized it was over. DA Brat shared, the weight of that realization pressing down on her heart. What she had once believed was a salvageable relationship had been irrevocably damaged by Judy's actions, and the trust that had been the foundation of their bond was now gone. Judy's actions had shown me who she really was, and I couldn't unsee it, DA Brat continued, the pain of that insight cutting through her words. What she had once trusted and believed in now felt like a lie, and the reality of it was something she couldn't ignore any longer. The woman she had loved was no longer the person she thought she knew. LisaRaye, DA Brat's sister, sighed deeply as she reflected on her own emotions regarding the situation. "It hurt more than anything," she said, her voice filled with sorrow. "I never imagined I'd have to fight my own sister. It was a position no one ever wants to find themselves in, caught between family loyalty and the desire to protect those you love." For LisaRaye, seeing DA Brat hurt in this way was a painful reminder that sometimes the people closest to you are the ones who can cause the most damage. "But I had to. I couldn't just stand by and let her hurt my family, especially DA Brat," LisaRaye continued, her tone resolute. Her love for her sister was clear, and when she saw Judy's betrayal, she knew that protecting DA Brat was non-negotiable. The anger LisaRaye felt was palpable, and her desire to shield her family from further harm fueled her actions. The trust was gone. The bond was broken, and I knew that after that day, nothing would ever be the same again, LisaRaye said, her voice quiet but firm, acknowledging the irreversible impact of Judy's actions on their family dynamic. LisaRaye's voice grew firmer as she spoke about her role in protecting DA Brat and her family. "When it comes to family, you do whatever it takes to protect them," she said, her voice resolute and strong. The love she felt for DA Brat and her fierce protection of her family were evident in her words. "DA Brat is my sister, and she means the world to me," she continued, her eyes shining with intensity. "When I saw what Judy tried to do, I knew I had to step in. I couldn't let her get away with it, not when it comes to DA Brat's child." The mention of DA Brat's child, who was innocent in all of this, added another layer of urgency to LisaRaye's resolve. "That's my blood, and I'll do anything to protect her," she said, her eyes blazing with determination. LisaRaye knew that family wasn't just about being there in the good times. It was about standing up when things went wrong, no matter how painful or difficult it might be. "Family is everything to me, and I won't let anyone, not even someone I used to trust, hurt them," she added, her words filled with a conviction that left no room for doubt. Judy had crossed a line, and LisaRaye wasn't going to let that betrayal slide without facing consequences. Judy crossed a line, and I had to make sure she knew that there are consequences for betraying family like that, LisaRaye said, her voice steady and unwavering. DA Brat's voice was quieter now as she reflected on the impact the confrontation had on her. "It was hard for me, too," she admitted, the vulnerability in her voice showing just how much the entire situation had weighed on her. She had never wanted things to turn out this way, never imagined that her family would be torn apart by betrayal. "I didn't want things to end like this, but the truth is, I couldn't ignore what was happening. I couldn't let Judy hurt me or my child anymore." DA Brat's words were filled with the sadness of realizing that sometimes, despite all the love and hope you put into a relationship, things don't always work out. The realization that she couldn't continue to live in the lie of a broken relationship was a heavy burden to bear, but she knew it was necessary for her own well-being and for her child's future. DA Brat paused, looking down at her hands before continuing. "The confrontation with LisaRaye hurt me, too," she said, her voice wavering as she reflected on the complicated emotions surrounding the situation. "I never imagined it would come to this," DA Brat continued, the weight of the situation settling on her shoulders. "But sometimes, the people you love let you down, and you have to make hard choices." It was a painful truth, but one that DA Brat had come to terms with. The people we trust the most can sometimes be the ones who hurt us the deepest. And in those moments, we have to make difficult decisions in order to protect ourselves and our future. "It wasn't easy, but I had to do what was best for me," DA Brat said softly, her voice filled with the quiet strength of someone who had learned to navigate life's hardest moments. The aftermath of the confrontation left deep emotional scars on both sides. "After everything went down, things were never the same between me and Judy," LisaRaye said, her voice filled with regret. "There was too much hurt, too much betrayal. And honestly, I don't know if we'll ever be able to fix it." She sighed, her shoulders slumping. "I tried to move forward, tried to focus on my own healing, but it's hard when you have someone who you thought was family treating you like that." LisaRaye looked down, her voice softening. "I never wanted it to end this way," but sometimes you can't fix something that's broken beyond repair. Family is everything, LisaRaye said, her eyes filled with gratitude.
After the fallout, I leaned on my family. They were there for me every step of the way.
They reminded me that I was doing the right thing, that I was protecting Brat and the ones I love. My friends were also amazing. They offered me advice, comfort, and support when I needed it the most.
LisaRaye smiled faintly. Without them, I don't know where I'd be.
It's been a tough road, but I'm grateful for the people who've had my back. The public response was overwhelming, LisaRaye said, shaking her head.
I wasn't expecting so much support.
I thought people would criticize me for getting involved, but instead, I got messages from people who understood. They shared their own stories of family betrayal, of standing up for what's right, and it gave me strength. She smiled, her eyes glistening with appreciation. Fans have been so kind, and their love has helped me heal, too. It's amazing to know that people care, even when you're going through something so painful. Looking ahead, I'm focused on healing and moving forward, LisaRaye said, her voice full of determination. I've learned that sometimes you have to protect your peace, even if it means walking away from someone you thought would always be there. I'm taking control of my own happiness, and I'm not looking back. She smiled softly. The best is yet to come, and I'm ready to embrace the future with open arms. If LisaRaye's emotional story resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about LisaRaye's fierce loyalty and protection for Brat?
We'd love to hear from you.